It's been very hot and very dry out here in central Texas. And up until yesterday, it's been well over 60 days since we've had any rain out in this area. I'm a little weary about doing any product review because I'm worried that the littlest spark will touch off a fire out here. And we've had a few near where I live. So how about today, we just do a discussion video. Howdy, practical patriots and practical preppers. Yalchate, Cruz aus Texas. Hey folks, Johnny Practical Nurse. Was at a gun show last weekend and somebody asked me this question. Are AK pattern rifles still a good, viable, budget homestead defense rifle to have around? And I will remind anybody that budget is a very personable word because we all have living expenses, do we not? You know, some people, $450 is their budget. Some people, $650 is their budget. Some people are pretty fortunate to have $1,000 plus as their budget for a homestead defense firearm. People like me who have their own homesteads and farms, we have other things we have to budget for. So let's talk about the cost of these and how budget-friendly these AKs were at one time. This is a Chinese Mac 90. I paid $175 for this out of a mom and pop shop, and of course it came with that thumbhole stock, never liked it, took it off. $175. Romanian Wasser, $275 to $300-ish, you know, not more than that. One I decided to leave pristine was my Bulgarian AK-74, chambered in 545 by 39. Only thing I did to this one was add an optic to it. That was it. Russian Saiga Izmash. These came over in like some kind of hunting configuration, and slowly I've been kind of converting it into something that is a little more usable for me. $450. Good budget homestead defense rifles at their time. Don't think you can find them at those prices anymore. And that also goes for the ammunition, so let's just discuss that here for a little bit. So let's talk about cost of ammunition for AK pattern rifles. If you recall, originally they were chambered in 7.62 by 39, and then you saw the 5.45 by 39, and then as imports became a really cool thing, you started seeing them in other calibers, to include 5.56. Bookmark that because we're going to talk about that in a few minutes. If you recall, AK ammo was really cheap and it was plentiful. I remember back when this Monarch was, you know, they had it in 30-round boxes and it was about $6 a box. Then they changed the packaging to it to 20-round boxes and still about $6, but you could find it on sale every now and then for $5 for a box of 20. Well, let's just close the coffin lid on that because that's gone. This is gone too. I mean, if you can find it, it's pretty costly because the last thing I found was this. This right here was going for $15 a box of 20. The gun show I mentioned earlier, a guy was selling this ammunition. Now, I didn't buy this from him. This is stuff I bought earlier because I really like it. But he was selling this particular type for $50 a box. That's 50. $50 a box. You know, same thing with the 7.62 by 39. You know, I want to say I remember it being like $5 a box or whatever, $4.99, whatever. You know, and then we started seeing this deplete, and then, you know, this has always been around. I still see a little bit more of this. The last price I paid for something like this was around $9 a box, and now it's gone. So this has been replaced with whatever I can find. Nice gentleman at same gun show had one last box of this, and he said, Sonny, just give me $5 for that and call it a day. Some of y'all may see that some people have this stuff wrapped up like they're in crack bags, okay? And they're selling like 10 rounds for $20 or something like that. It's ridiculous. The person I got this from, let me show you what this is. Pull some of this out. This guy was really nice. He was an older gentleman. he sold this to me for, I want to say it was around $6 for this. I mean, look at this. $6 for this. If you are a connoisseur of AK ammo and you recognize this, tell me what this is. Okay? So, not bad price. You know, this is the old, y'all remember these, you know, like this? I kind of do. Been a long time. But, you know, not bad. Not a bad price. So, what am I finding today? My local academy has this, and also a place called Murdoch's, which is in Killeen. Now, I want to say Academy or other places I found this out. This is about $30 a box. I'm sorry, $13 a box. Pardon, 1,000 pardons, Academy. $13 a box, and also other websites. Murdoch's is selling this for about $12, so about $1 cheaper. And this is what you're getting. Now, get that to focus there. This is what you're getting. All right. Again, around $12 or $13 a box. Now, let me show you what I've come up with that may be a different alternative here. So I found this 5.56 ammunition over at Murdoch's, and the closest one to me is in Killeen, Texas. And it was on sale for about $10. $10 for 20 rounds of 5.56. Now, isn't that something? 5.56 is finally less expensive than this. You know, this. Isn't that something? 5.56, I found at one of my mom and pop shops over there at RD Guns there in Coppers Cove, Texas. I want to say this was $11 a box of 20. It may have gone up since then, but I mean $11, and then I had this one for $10. Found them. So, you know, to all the guys that all of us AK purists used to make fun of that had the 5.56 AKs, maybe you knew something that we didn't. Because now, this is the more budget-friendly one. So I'm saying that if you can find an AK chambered in 5.56 that fits your budget, this might be the way to go. Unless Palmetto State Armory holds true to their promise to coming up with their own ammunition. You know, I'm sorry, I forgot what it's called now. I know one was like ACC or AAC or something like that, but they've got another brand that's supposed to be out here in 2023. That's supposed to be the 7.62 by 39, the 5.45 by 39, and the 7.62 by 54R, I believe. So Palmetto State Armory, what have y'all got to say about that? Come on. You know, we want to start shooting our 7.62 by 39 AKs again. We want to start shooting our 5.45 by 39 AKs again. Make it as cheap as this other stuff and make it a viable budget rifle again. So there's your option, guys, and that's my point of view. Again, up for discussion, guys. Are you still finding AK ammunition cheap? You know, is the AK pattern rifle still a good budget rifle? Again, budget's a personal word. What do y'all think? Again, this is the discussion video. Tell me what y'all think. Because the alternative is going to piston AR uppers. And trust me, I got a follow-up video coming out for y'all on this one. Once we can get the drought over, we'll revisit this upper right here. If you've watched my channel, you know what this one is. So come on, Palmetto State Armory, all you other guys. Let's get back to shooting AKs. Let's prove that it's still a good, viable, budget homestead defense rifle. Questions, comments, leave them below. Until I see y'all again, I'm Johnny the Practical Nurse, out here.